We had an awesome time at Montreal Alouettes wide receiver Brandon London's event last night in New York City as he unveiled his upcoming new series entitled Day One, curated through the lens of Miller Frame Sports. And a common theme we saw last night was being multi-layered, being a multi-layered athlete, and how important it is to be a multi-layered athlete. So we asked that question to a lot of the people in attendance last night.
It's very important because you know the game of football. One second she loves you, the next second you're at home crying on your couch like, why won't Coach Tomlin call me, to bring me in for a workout or anything? So, I just feel as though athletes really have to have, I don't even want to call it a plan B, but something in the back of their head to know that once that football is over for them, they can transition into it and make the transition as easy as possible.
I think it's very important, especially in today's culture right now where, athletes have a very short shelf life. And they should always be thinking about what's next, or even while they're playing, always having kind of multiple streams of income. It's very important.
Well, it's important because the athletic world doesn't always last forever. So there has to be something that you do that's beyond the football field, because you'll be identified as that. And if you only see yourself as that when the day is over, that you no longer play football, that day comes, then you have no sense of identity. So there has to be more to you than the game. There has to be more to you than playing football or doing a sport. Being involved in the community and making an impact on the lives of others, regardless of what your career is, that is something that can always be self-fulfilling.
I've worked with so many athletes that, they think that it's just okay to just play the game and commit to that. But I think I've instilled this to Brandon that it's important to be a part of all the realms of not just sports, but entertainment, fashion, arts, and nonprofit, which is why, Brandon's been so amazing to be able to support the nonprofit organization that I run with my business partner, Rafael Salazar, Make Play. So something like that, it shows everybody the importance of not being important as an athlete, but supporting the youth, supporting athletics, supporting everything, revolving.
It's very important for an athlete to be multi-layered, because you see, athleticism and arts is one and the same. The mind works the same way. With an athlete, you see something that you need to accomplish as a goal. You work on it little by little, and then it puts you in the moment. When you're in the middle of running down the field as a linebacker, you can't think about nothing. You're in Satori. You're in that moment. And when that paintbrush hits the canvas, you can't think about what if. You can't think about the future or the past. You're stuck in the moment. And being in the moment is where the magic happens. Immortality is found in the moment. And that's how artists and athletes bond together. It's one and the same.
I think at this day and age, it's very important for an artist or a producer or an athlete to be able to have more than one genre of himself. He needs to be able to do more than one thing. At this day and age, you got these young kids, technology comes quicker to them. They're able to kind of receive all this stuff. They're able to kind of translate that into the business world or into the athletic world. So with that saying, it's I think that for an athlete to kind of make it in this world, you need to be able to do more than one thing. You need to be at least good at more than one thing. Sports is something that usually keeps an artist an athlete at a certain age bracket. Once you hit 30, 35, you got to start thinking about the secondary part of your life. Some of these athletes are thinking about the secondary part now, early in their careers, which is allowing them to kind of be ready. Because if you see, if you look at players from the 80s, 90s, a lot of them have issues. They have, bankruptcy issues. They have growth issues. They have homelessness. They have, everything from where they can't even pay a hospital bill from all the hits and concussions they receive. So to me, it's that in a sense, it's I would say poor timing to be an athlete, in the 80s and the 70s and stuff like that, because there wasn't as much as we have now. We have better helmets, better equipment. a lot of times all those like hits and stuff like that would just disappear because the NFL didn't want that face or they want that bad name.
Right.
So now things have changed. Like everything is improved, technology is improved, information is coming, and I think the athlete has gotten better. He's gotten more smarter. He's gotten more quicker. There's better workout routines. There's better foods. Back then we didn't have the organic foods and stuff that we have now. I mean, we had it, but it wasn't as, quote unquote popular.
Right.
So I think it's changed for the better, but I also think that if you were born in the middle, if you were born in the transition period where you're becoming an athlete, but you're between like books and a laptop, you have to catch up. And a lot of these players who are like 28, 32, that's their year. Those are the years between books and between laptops. That type of information where they had to go get it, to work to go get it, and the easy accessible to get technology and to get to learn anything.
Right.
So now you got like players, you got socks, you got players that got movies that do multi things because they've learned that you have to be able to have layers as a football player or as an athlete in order to survive just in life, period. Because talent gets you this far. What you do in the secondary is going to take you over the top.